If you've ever achieved something in life, whether that be good grades, getting an award for something, I'm sure most of you would never like to hear that you got it because you were lucky. And that's because no, you weren't lucky. You put in the work for it. You were prepared, so that's when the opportunity came to you, you were ready for it. But if someone was to say that the hard work that you put in was fake and it was only because of luck that you achieved something, I would be mad. So while I was doing scrolling on TikTok, I stumbled across an edit of Ishowspeed, and this was about him going all over the world, doing his world tours and all that stuff. Amazing edit. I'll show you guys right now.
Nobody has never streamed inside of the pyramids. And today, I'll be doing that, chat.
Like I always do, I check the comments after watching the video, and I was like, oh, there are over 1,000 comments here. This is a really nice video. And I know there is never going to be a thing where everyone online unanimously agrees that this thing is good or this thing is just bad, because there's always going to be some people who disagree. Maybe they disagree just for the fun of disagreeing with people. Some people just, they have bad tastes. But with this one in particular, I opened the comments and I saw this one comment in particular who was talking about how he would one day want to achieve that like freedom where Ishowspeed can just travel anywhere. He wants to get there one day. He wishes to travel freely and experience cultures just like Ishowspeed has. And someone replied to that comment saying he worked hard for it, he earned it, right? Nothing wrong about that, and he truly did. And I feel like what he meant by that he earned it is saying you could as well. This is so far so good. Everyone's calm about this. But there were some other replies that I saw that were a little off. As you can tell from what I said early in the video, people were genuinely just saying what Ishowspeed has achieved is because of luck. And this couldn't be any farther from the truth. Not at all. Ishowspeed has put in a lot of work. He has put himself out there for himself to become like hundreds of memes. This isn't just by luck. People didn't, like, he didn't luckily get clipped. He worked for this, right? He was funny. People found him entertaining, and he created the content. It's not by luck that he fucking started recording. No, he did this shit himself. So for someone to say that what you have achieved is because of luck, it's really stupid. And you have someone who is unemployed, just sitting down trying to make a video, and I'm gonna defend you, Speed. All right, I got your back. All right, so let's go through some of these stupid ass comments who are saying that Ishowspeed doesn't deserve what he has, or just didn't work for it, he didn't earn it. Let's get to the comments. So immediately after this guy Zoo said that he worked hard for it, this guy Ms. Mix, I don't even care how the fuck your name is pronounced. This guy said how, insinuating how did Ishowspeed work hard for this. This should be blatantly clear. You don't see a lot of people streaming 24/7, going all around the world trying to make entertaining content for people. That's called working hard, being determined. All right, there's not much to explain to that. And someone was like, how? You think this shit's lucky? Try streaming right now, and I hope to see you in the same place by age 21. He is also defending Ishowspeed because that shit is not luck. It's not luck, right? Streaming is not always based on luck, although luck does play a big part, and when you are lucky, it could take you really far. But at the same time, hard work it's something that you need to have while you're doing streaming and all that. If I was just sitting around being like, I'm gonna wait till I get lucky and people are gonna find out like one of my videos and it's gonna blow up, that's gonna be really stupid. I need to work hard, put in the hard work, and create as many videos as I can, make quality videos, and that would outweigh the luck for me. But so there's another comment where this guy said he did work hard for what he had, and he was a normal black kid who lived with his mom, who wasn't even supporting him at the time, and he accomplished all the things because he had talent and a dream. Is it so hard to believe or understand? ? He's doing very well today, and we should support him. And another hater said, so explain the real hard work. Acting like this guy being a menace is the same as being a surgeon. Being a menace and being a surgeon are two different things. One is like a character, another is a fucking job. He's a streamer, not a menace. So that already doesn't make sense. You're comparing two different things. But let's say he is comparing this. The surgeon could be a menace. This Ishowspeed, let's say he did go to school, he studied for whatever number of years, and he became a surgeon. And he still acted the way he did. He was a menace. Are you trying to say the surgeon didn't work hard? Ishowspeed, the surgeon, didn't work hard for where he's gotten, like all the years in school that he studied and the job that he's gotten, just because he's a menace? No, you wouldn't say that. He worked hard to get that job. The same way he's like one of the world's biggest streamers, he's won streamer of the year before. That's the same way he's worked hard to get that award. Any award, especially if it's a good one, you worked hard for it. It doesn't matter what it was or how you, sometimes it does matter how you got it, but to say he didn't work hard because he's a menace is really stupid, and I don't agree with that. Let's find some more hate comments. This person, Eddie BSN, was responding to the second reply where they were saying Ishowspeed worked hard for what he got. This guy saying the sacrifices he had to give to come to where he is are unimaginable. It's insane what a human being can achieve in such short time. 5 years, and all of a suddenly virtually everybody on planet Earth knows you. He earned himself that, and you can too. I like that comment. He did earn that. He did achieve what he achieved in such a short time, and he earned it for himself, and you can too. I like the motivation at the end. But then this guy, CVD, the hater, said, "You piss me off with your misinformation. Getting popular isn't just about effort. It's about timing, and most importantly, luck." See, I might have agreed with him just a little bit if he said it's also about timing and most importantly, luck. If he said that, then I would be like, oh, I agree. If you are looking at trends and you make videos based on what's popping, that is gonna help you achieve like popularity, right? That's relevant timing. Luck is also something that could help you, but that isn't the reason Ishowspeed is where he is today. If he was talking about other streamers, I could agree, but with Ishowspeed in particular, he is not like that. He didn't get to where he got to because of luck, right? So that's a really stupid claim. Nothing in what Eddie BSN said was misinforming. He said he made a lot of sacrifices. His mom didn't always support him, which is true. She gave him an ultimatum: either you stop streaming or you move out, and he chose to move out and stay with his dad. That is such a sacrifice, right? Those could have been that could have been a bond that was cut forever, but luckily he still is cool with his mom, all that, and he did achieve what he did in such a short time, in 5 years. So no misinformation. I don't know what that dude's talking about, and these guys were talking about how he might pass Michael Jackson. I do have a video talking about how he is like the modern day Michael Jackson, but like I don't know if you really would say he would pass Michael Jackson, but and one of the most stupid ones I have seen so far. There is sort of a truth to this. Just in the first part, he said, "You worked hard until a point." All I needed to hear was he worked hard. The rest of the whole comment could just go burn in hell, right? He said he worked hard until a point. After that point, to have the influence, you gotta give something in return. For the views, for those clicks, for the contract. Sadly, in this world, you cannot become the best at something like this without accepting the rules of the game, aka selling your soul like it favorite rapper, actor, or streamer. So basically, Adriano, this dumbass couldn't just get it wrapped around his head that someone achieved something through hard work and maybe even a little luck, right? He is saying to achieve what Ishowspeed has achieved, you had to have sold your soul, because there's no way to get to a certain point of success, wealth, whatever it may be, that you didn't sell your soul. So it turns out that every popular person has sold their soul, because you can't get to a certain point without doing so. I don't know, I have to become famous, and I'm gonna let you guys know if I had to sell my soul to become a millionaire or to get 1 million subscribers. Or he said to get to where he has gotten to. So let's say when I get 50 million subscribers, which I hopefully want to achieve. If you guys subscribe, please do so and like. And I agree with the people who were talking about this dude. They were still talking about selling soul in 2026. He didn't sell his soul, bruh. Genuinely, really stupid. You're a dork talking about some selling soul. Stupid comment ever. Speed is literally one of the few people who actually worked for it, and I couldn't agree more. A lot of streamers like Rakai and I don't know, Extra Emily, a bunch of streamers who went to Streamer U last year, I wouldn't say got lucky, but it's because of Streaming University, their proximity to Kai Cenat, and kind of like stifling, but I don't want to say that. If they weren't entertaining, people wouldn't stick around and keep watching them, right? But Ishowspeed never really got fame off of doing stuff like that. Kai Cenat was making a lot of videos with like famous people, celebrities, musicians, and I wouldn't say that he became famous off of him being lucky enough to do that. He worked hard to even be in those rooms. If he didn't work hard, he wouldn't be able to get there. That isn't luck. Ishowspeed built his shit brick by brick. There were a lot of people who weren't even watching his videos at first. Like right now, a lot of people aren't gonna see this video. Hopefully a lot do, but he was streaming on some bummy ass webcam. I saw some of his old videos. That isn't luck, that's hard work. He didn't fucking predict the future and be like, oh no, I just gotta do this for like 2 more weeks, then everything's gonna pop off. No, he couldn't predict the future. In one video, he even said he doesn't see himself alive in like 5 years or 10 years or something. That's not luck. He just worked hard and got to that point where his hard work paid off. That's not luck. So all these stupid comments talking about he didn't work hard for what he got, I didn't even want to open the rest of the replies. There's so many more. I didn't want to open it to like, you gotta protect your peace, you feel me? Don't stress yourself out too much. I knew what I could bear, I knew what I could handle. I just opened a few, and that's what I'm giving to you. And man, if anyone ever said what I'm achieving is based off of luck, the A's that I got in class is based off of luck, that would be insanely ignorant, stupid, and degrading, because I worked for this shit. I built this shit brick by brick. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd really appreciate it if you liked, commented, told me what you thought about the video, and subscribed. And yeah, we're trying to hit 1,000 before the end of the year. If you would help us do that, I'd really appreciate it. And see you next time. Peace.